Good morning, London. Hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope no one got too frustrated yesterday or spent too much time on the charts. Oh, my kitty catty, you cannot move too much. Hold on. Okay, Gigi, you go. Okay, what time is it? 1:54. Um, hey, PhD Science, how are you doing? So PhD science, listen, I'm just looking at the chart. I'm looking at the 9 minute and I'm looking at the 1 hour. And isn't it amazing how fractal price is? It's literally the 9 minute. It's literally doing the same as the 1 hour. It's interesting, right? I've noticed that also, look here, because this high, well, obviously this is the same high, but it's just amazing to see the fractality. How can I say that word? Fractal. See, we can sometimes you see the same thing even from the weekly or the. It's very clear. Um, okay, so we have a hey Jerry, how are you doing? Good morning. Um, so the weekly profile now we have a Wednesday high, and most of the time, I always say most of the times, that is followed by either by a decline. So Thursday and Friday could decline, but also sometimes um, a Thursday decline and then a Friday back into the range. Um, and obviously, it's possible that we could just um, go back up. So it's literally all everything is. Hey, Jerry, well done. Is this your first payout or did you have more? Well done, congratulations. And in this week, hey, kudos to you. Very proud of you. I mean, it's been a really, really tough week. And if you manage to get a payout, that is really, really well done. Post it in the Discord because it's an achievement in this week. I tell you. Oh, well done. Well done. Jerry, what platform are you using? Feel free to post it. I haven't been trading much this week, as you know. I'm still waiting. I've got the contract, by the way, from Iron Beam Edge Clear. So I'm looking into it. I've got a few questions, and then I think next week we're good to go. Fourth payout after 3 months. Wow, well done, well done, well done, well done. Truly, especially when you're consistent in literally um, the hardest season from Lucid. Okay, I think I'm not allowed to use Lucid when I live in South Africa. I think I checked it once, but I have to check again. I know everybody is lucid about Lucid, but I think I'm not allowed to. But again, congratulations, and especially if it's your fourth. in this period. Good. But. So I was saying, so I was looking at the weekly profile, Wednesday high, obviously, as we can see. Now, I still have that target about 350-ish. Apex is still worse, still struggling with those. Yeah, but you've got the drawdown there, right, Jerry? I think for me, Apex doesn't work with the daily drawdown. It just doesn't work. I was also not profitable with Apex, and then I moved to my funded futures and to Top Step, and that's where I got profitable. But then I got the issue with South Africa with Top Step, so I had to move away from them. And my funded futures, I managed to get a couple of payouts in a row, and then but that's why they're so cheap, right? And then I had to move away from them as well. And then I only played my live account for a while. But I got really stressed because I was moving to South Africa and I wanted to make a living. I needed to make a living. And I was like, oh my God, now the prop firms are dying because I live in South Africa. And it really, it worked. It sort of like did a thing with my mind. But then, so I only had my live account, but it was very stressful because I was like, oh, I finally got it. And now, but then again, now it's funded next. And now we've got these SIM-only prop firms, so that changes a lot. But Lucid, I think I'm not allowed to, but I'll have to check it again because everybody is so happy with Lucid. But anyway, it looks like we are finalizing a market maker model. So maybe I'm still targeting this area, guys. I'm not too eager. I'm just not too eager to go too wild into trades. I'm sort of like also have come to terms that I might not, go big or go very hard in until maybe next week. This area here still has my interest. 351. They made an equal high. Well, they didn't go into this devil's mark and the wick. So this still has my interest. It did not tap in because I checked the high here. Let me check again just to make sure, because yesterday you never know if you make a mistake. The open 35175 and the high was 349. So the high is lower than this open, and it's the high as well, right? Because there's no wick. So yeah, so that still has my interest. So maybe we are going to do that now. So if that's the case, I might just paper trade it, or I don't know. I'll see what I do. To be honest, I just need some payouts and I can easily make money from just trading stocks. Don't even have to look at futures. Do you think stocks are easier than futures? I moved away from stocks because I found futures. But if you're talking about dividends, swing, yeah. Hey, listen, if you can do that and you can have an easy life, do it. We go for the easy thing, right? Yeah. But well done, Jerry. Well done. Yeah, I stopped using Apex as well. I mean, it didn't work for me at all. And the moment I started using Top Step and my funded futures at that time, it started rolling in and it was consistent. And I believe it had to do with that trailing drawdown. So that was it for me too. Yeah. But I must say also now my trading has changed. So maybe now it might work because I have evolved. We're 1 or 2 years. Is it 1.5 years further? Timeline is just always difficult. So yeah, a lot of people make a lot of money on Apex, so it works for some, but it's just a different approach, right? And it's how you trade. That's why we are so lucky with so many prop firms. But that being said, it's also good to build your own account. So Jerry, are you also interested in building your own account, by the way? Are you trading your own account or also only just prop? I guess when you have your stocks, probably your own account, right? Okay, guys. I think we might have just want to have a look. I wonder if we're ready to get some expansion. See, I don't like this. We got a devil's mark here. almost the devil's mark. So I'm just wondering if we are ready to go to pop to the upside, or are we going to go one more time in this wick before we go back up? Just wondering. You do have a very small wick, right? It's very tiny. Just don't trust it. You know, we're in this area of consolidation. Look at this 4-hour consolidation. That tells you a lot, right? Yes. So we do have some 8:13 news later today. Um, so you can see we're clearly in this consolidation area, right? Now the tricky part is my TP. The area that I want to hit is it's basically the high, just above the high. Normally I would say I would rather wait until we break one area, but we were here. Yeah. No, let's watch. Maybe we can get some clarity. Hey, Jose Muniz, here's my like. Good night, good luck. I hope your setups appear and execute as planned. Hey, Jose, thank you so much. You know what? If there's no setup, it's all good. I've come to terms with this week, and I'm gonna rock in February. I mean, I'm so prepared, and I'm all good to just wait and be patient, because this year has been my big growth in patience. So if it's just not favorable and I just don't see it or feel it, it's also like a feeling thing, right? Um, so yeah, yesterday I just tried a few paper trades as well, and it was just so low probability in the AM New York session. Even after 2 o'clock, we had a very quick we did a quick stream, but it just there was nothing to watch. So but I think these times are good to also teach yourself how to identify low probability areas, right? So I think that's a big win as well. I mean, for me, that's a big win. And every time when I say, okay, it's low probability, and I take a paper trade, it's a losing trade. So I think that's a win. Hey, company man, Carl, how are you doing? Yes, all is well. How about you? Markets are not that exciting. Well, gold is, by the way. Let's have a look at gold. Who is trading gold, by the way? Is any one of you guys trading gold? Yeah, it just everything just I noticed that here exactly the same. It's literally the same scenario that we had here, how it worked. It's literally the same, and then it blasted off right after market close. Well, here it was at 3, and then Asia, and look here again, same thing, and then at 3 again, or at 2:30 blast off. So I did mention it, but I didn't really look at it anymore. But I think maybe I should take more note of gold now. But you see, it's exactly the same scenario. How it used the opening range gap here. So here it went into the opening range gap of this day, right, of Tuesday. And then we moved away, consolidated again. And here it did the same thing. Makes a high, goes into retracement, makes another high, then uses the opening range gap, doesn't fill it, the body doesn't go even to 25%, and then blast off. Yeah, it goes a little bit wonky, because when you see all these times stacked together, you know you can expect to drop, but then you wait, and then the move was after 2 o'clock, and it was similar here. So this was also around, it started moving after 2 o'clock. So we have to, if this repeats, I'm well, thanks. I didn't get an NQ, but gold went further. Yes, exactly. Yes, and it's not the first. Yesterday and the day before. So I did mention like, hey, look, it's setting up the same way as, but you don't expect to do it the same thing, right? But I don't know. It's just crazy stuff. Hey, Papacito, how are you doing? Here's I think also the markets are getting more quiet. Less people are watching at the moment as well. I think what I noticed a little bit, which makes sense. It's a good time to take some time off if you're not, you know. But at some point, money will go in. So everything is now, people are going to the risk of assets, so gold and silver. But at some point, there will be a switch, and then when the money is going to be printed again, and at some point there will be a gold Bitcoin switch, and then the money will start rolling into riskier assets, which are obviously the crypto. And that will happen, and if it doesn't happen within a few months, it will happen in more. It might take a little bit longer if people are going to keep on adding into gold and silver. But at some point there will be a switch, and it will happen. It will happen, and most likely it will happen either in the first quarter, in the second quarter of 2026, which is in March, April. But if not, it will be in the third. But there will be a transfer of how people are going to spend their money, and especially if there are stimulus checks in the U.S. coming. I think they're talking about that as well, right? So yeah, I think it's interesting to see. I'm a long-term investor in crypto, so for me, I'm really looking forward to that change in riskier asset and money flowing into riskier assets. So, but I think it's very nice. I think what's happening now is all good. Long-term perspective. Let me put it that way. Ooh. We just have to be patient. It all comes down to patience. So, 213. I do like a long, maybe not to my target. I think I have to come back from all those long trades. See, it's always the same, right? When they set up a chart like this is when I said, okay, I'm thinking when we had that London low, it was Thursday, or it was a Tuesday or Monday, I can't remember. I said, oh, London low is in. It was also because of how it was exactly the same you had to move to the downside very slowly, and they left a lot of gaps. A lot of the times, the next move will just close these gaps because, especially on the 1 minute, they don't leave them for really a long time. They're sort of like created to be mini market maker models, right? Hey Jeremiah, how are you doing? So we could get a TGIF already on Thursday. Sometimes you get the TGIF. Suppose it could happen on Thursday already. Um, we would take the high. Like I said, we have a Wednesday high already, and a lot of the times, but we're so close to the high, right? So I'm just wondering if we might not take out that high today and then go back into the range a little bit, or are we going to expand? Mm, it's difficult to tell. It's just let's see if we can. I was so fed up yesterday. I didn't spend much time in the charts after that. So this is the 30, 20% of the. So these percentages are the percentages of the weekly range. I would like and Q2 wick yesterday's high, then fill to the pits of hell. This will maintain the high SMT with the gotcha. Yes, I agree. Yes, I have this the devil's mark, right? The daily devil's mark. And then yeah. So we have a Wednesday high, right? So in order it to fall down, you want the best is to have a just wick into the high and then like you say, fall into the pits of hell. Yeah, I that will be awesome. Yes. I'm sort of like waiting for that, and I tried that a couple of times yesterday as well, because I thought, oh, we're gonna go there, but I guess it's the easy because of the devil's mark and those wicks there, right? I think it's like they know that people are watching that, I guess. So I'm thinking too much retail now, I guess. If I'm being stopped out all the time, like okay, I'm thinking retail too much. But look at this. These are the 4 hour. I mean, it's just that's why it's really hard to trade this, right? I mean, there's no shame. Everybody who is struggling and thinks, "Oh my God, I don't see it," and something's wrong with me, and why are other people having payouts or whatever? It's really no shame if you don't, because it's not easy. Higher time frame consolidation is the hardest thing there is. For me, it is. Okay, I do see a breaker structure here. So we have I'm just looking, what did we do in the 150 to 210 macro? We made a low here, but we did not we did not reject in this wick. So it's still a low probability area for me, but we do have a breaker here. It's a one candle breaker. I don't give it too much value, but we're still respecting it. We do have a low here, which we created in the zero in the other macro, but um, I would rather have it wicked into this one as a rejection, but let's see. Um, 2:45. So this is the 10 a.m. open, the 10 p.m. open. 2:47. So we wicked already into this gap, so we might be done here. Are we just going to go lower now? Are we going to go into this wick maybe? Let's see, what did we leave? How far is this wick? Let me mark this wick and let's see on the lower time frame what we can find in this wick. I'm going to mark it. Here we go. Let's go to the 15. Do we need to go there? Did you have a suspension block here? 129. Where is it? Where are you? Let me go to the 9 here. Sorry guys, I want to find out where we at. I want to see if we can make a TP. Okay, I like it. Suspension block on the 15 here. One, 3, 4. 135. Okay, I'm gonna mark this area. This is the only thing that I find interesting in this wick. I'm gonna go back to the 1 hour. I don't think it's gonna go. It doesn't have to do anything. I think it's done. I don't think it's gonna go lower. Who's with me there? So is this area here? Do we really need to go there now? Damn it. They're so difficult to read. Let's go one more time. Is this balanced? Are you balanced? Are you balanced? Are you? The word should be here. It should be lower. Where am I missing something? What am I missing? Value liquidity. Don't have any times here. Okay, it's 0. Oh, okay, that's interesting. It's exactly 0.33. I didn't see that. I like that. So it is interesting. 0.5 is here. 0.25 is here. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. 0.38. I could see, you know, company, what I'm thinking about, maybe we can just have a retracement and then, because it looks like we are in a market maker bar on the buy side, right? But we could have a retracement and then maybe that move to the upside to get to take people, you know, by surprise. I'm just thinking about that. But see, this is all like ICT also once said, when you have a lot of back and forth, that's technically a balanced price range, right? Because it goes back and forth, so you don't need to. So it doesn't need to revisit that. Um, so this could be, I don't see any imbalances here. Hold on. It's all, this is overlapping, this is overlapping. Yeah, so we don't have anything here, and then we go up, down, so this is all good now. Then we go back here, back and forth, back and forth. We have a little gap here though. Overlaps it. This is still here. Okay, here we have a little, oh, this we have to be mindful of this one here. But that one was wigged into, not. Yeah, you would say that this area would be pretty balanced now, right? I mean, they've been working in it so much that there's no need to go all the way back down. So let's see. It would surprise me. I mean, I'm just thinking manipulation. What they can do, like to 0.5 would be nice. Okay. Let's see if we can get anything like. It doesn't even have to do this because we are balanced here. This could be enough here. Here. Let's see. It's just like anything is but you see here on the 15, I'm just going a little bit higher. We've got all these. Oh, look here. Oh, I like this one here. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, I see all these little. This is a. We're just gonna. I'm gonna paper trade. I think I'm just gonna try some things and then see if my time, using time and just trying to combine a few things. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I mean, this is a little bit. These scenarios are a little bit new. Some of them. Oh, I haven't experienced this kind of price action. Well, I think I maybe did, but maybe I was just getting in and out of trades and not even realizing where I was in, right? Let's have a look. Oh, we broke the breaker, by the way. But that doesn't mean anything nowadays because it goes straight back up. Yeah. Where is my... Oh, here is the... So this yellow box is the opening range gap of yesterday. I'm leaving it on because we're still using it apparently, right? Just want to see if any levels are respected. I want to try something. Yeah. I want to try something. I'm going to see if I can find any logic. I'm just looking for some logic in this madness. Let me change the color so I know where we're at without seeing them. Okay. I know there are a lot of lines here, but so what I did, I graded the whole opening range gap, and then I graded the top quarter, and then I divided that. So that's literally just 1/8, right? This is the midpoint of that quarter. So we are above the midpoint of that quarter tau, which is, this is the area that I'm mitigating. So I would say if we stay, the body stay beyond above the 50%, which is the yellow line, I think I want to stay bullish, if that makes sense. Yeah, J007, it's not a destination, it's bait. If price works to get there instead of exploding, odds favor a liquidity grab, not real expansion. No, definitely, I agree with you. But that's why I'm saying, because it's a devil's mark, and I'm just expecting if we go there, it's a wick. It's just going to be a wick. Let me show you. I've been marking this area yesterday because we did not go into it yet. So this is just going to be a, I don't look, there's not going to be expansion in this area at all because it's wicky. It means if it goes up there, it goes very slow because there's a lot of gaps here on the daily. And I think we're just going to get a wick in the first time will be a wick and then a move away from it. And then we go back up into it and then we'll move very slowly in this area. I already graded it because it's wicky. It's not going to be a low resistance run into this area. But I am waiting for that one manipulation move into here. So my entry will just be I tried it yesterday a few times. Just 350. That's it. 350 is my max, and then I'll have to watch. So I think I'm going to paper trade that. It's 230, 350. Where are we? It's 100 points from here. I think I'm going to give it a go, but then again, we might reject here again. So I think I'm still eager for that 350. We might reject here as well. We're going to have a few rejections though. But if I look at this, this looks so juicy to me. Look at this, how this has been setting up. I'm more interested in a short actually than a long. I'm actually interested in both, but I don't want to know. I need to know when it's going to happen. This is too juicy, that line. Hey, Joseph. Have you concentrated the DAX, Joe? No, I'm just happy with my NQ. NQ pays for the bills. I'm happy. I have a relationship with NQ. It's a love-hate relationship though, but I had more toxic relationships than this one, so I'm still okay with it. And I want to say I've branched out to gold, but I haven't traded gold that much lately. Because every time the good move that I see happens in Europe or in Asia, and I'm not watching it that much. But yeah. Okay, I like that move to the upside. I didn't pull the trigger. Here we go. Equal highs taken. 235. Okay, it will most likely will run to 240. Yeah, so 350. I'm still eager. Yeah, so Joseph, it's not it's not that I'm not interested, but at some point you have to get good at one thing, and when you are good at one thing and you know the levels, um, it's okay to stick with. I mean, it's just for me at some point when I managed to trade NQ well and got to know NQ, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stick with that because you know that it just feels very comfortable. Um, so do I feel FOMO that I'm not in the move? Not really, because they're leaving a lot of gaps again, and a lot of how price is moving is telling me, okay, we're not. It is, it's not the normal runs that we like to see because they're leaving all these openings and just these. It's still not the way that I like to see it. We have taken out these highs here, or we have gone over them. Let me put it that way. We are now going into this wick here. Let's see how price is moving. We are above the N walk. Yes. I'm going to add a few N walks. Do we have any N walks above this line, or are we at the high? I don't think so, right? No, we don't have any N walks here. We're getting on the weekly. We're getting in the weekly wiki area. Hey guys, you know what I'm going to tell you? When you see wicks, you have to be aware. Do not expect a high, low resistance liquidity run. Expect chop, expect high resistance, expect a lot of back and forth. Okay. Daily. I love you. I think we're gonna go 350. Yeah, yeah, might happen in London. Hey, Zara Trader, how are you? So this red box here is yesterday's um, inversion. Let me show you guys. It was a large. Did I? What did I do? I think I'm going to mark the 5-minute one here. Because if we go back into this again, we could expect some chop in this area again before we head up. Here. 130, and this one is 710. I find this one more interesting than this one, to be honest. So I have this one marked and not this one. I'm aware of this area here, but I know it's above the wick. The wick is more important. Yeah, I just love wicks, guys. The wicks are more important to me than the wicks tell me so much. The wicks are the manipulation, and once you start understanding wicks, it will help you so much. Okay, I think we're gonna stall here again a little bit. Are you gonna blast through? Or are you gonna stall? $301. We're getting into the wick, so I'm gonna grade this wick as well. So let me see where we are stalling. Where are we? If this is the hourly candle, oh, we're not the hourly, it's a 4-hour. Yeah, 4-hour and 15 minutes. Okay, we're stalling a bit, which isn't okay because we're getting into that wick, right? On which hour did I have the wick? No, I can't. I don't remember. On the daily, okay. It's a daily wick. Pum, 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 pum. I'll keep my eye open for always willing to learn. Apply. Yeah, I know you are company man. Even though price might move in not such a way we like, but we learn so much from just watching price, and even in times when it's not very advantageous to trade. I mean, for me, having the stream as well, um, I just screen time and just watching the candles, and I guess nothing beats just having screen time, and especially screen time and not trading and just watching it without being in a trade. I think that's really that's where a lot of growth will happen. And journal, and even though I also journal when I'm not in a trade, I just journal the market, right? So I journal my paper trades, I journal my trades, obviously. Um, and just journal the market. What did it do at what time, and what did I miss? What could I have note? What did I miss? What I didn't see on another time frame that I didn't look at that time. I miss a lot of SMTs, for example. Um, hey, real DC trader, how are you doing? How is it going? Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Yes, I'm doing great. So watching the markets, having fun, I guess. Um, okay, expected a bit of a pullback here. Now the question is, are we going to go higher or not? Hey, Soul Shift. Well, I'm actually watching when not to trade because I'm expecting a bit of a pullback here, but I'm still bullish. But I'm expecting just low resistance or high resistance. Um, we are creating just gaps while we're going up, so it's not very favorable for me to trade, even though I'm bullish up to a certain area. I'm also expecting pullbacks and going back and forth because of the area where we're in. So that's why I'm not very eager to trade at all. I'm just watching, and I said, okay, I believe we'll have a we'll stall here, and we are doing that as expected. So um, we're in a macro though, so I'm just wondering if we are going to continue any higher or not. I'm just wondering if it's just if is this just a little hiccup in the move up, or are we going to go back into consolidation? Because if you look at the 15-minute, I do think we're going to go up higher again, but it's going to be very choppy. Or not choppy, it's just going to be, it's going to take time to get your move, but Um, See, a lot of people most likely are full because daily open is here and they want to go long. So it's a very treacherous area. They're gonna fool a lot of people. Hold on, I need to check something. I want to know if there's people on my property. What is it, Poopoo? I see my cats are behaving strange. No, it's okay. It's okay, my love. What is it? Are you okay, my little guardian? Hey, South Africa, you always need to work. I leave everything open. We live in a very safe space, but I know when there's people on my property or when there's a worker coming in, I can tell from the way they are looking or they start growling when there's strangers. So I know when there's people that have never been here and they come close to where I'm staying. You cannot growl at people when they're with the neighbors. You cannot do that. Um, okay, let's see. Yeah, so I'm not eager to see exactly what I said. Like when they make these, when they make a, they go up in a way like this and they leave all these openings and stuff like that. You cannot. It's very hard to, for me, according to my journaling, I knew I have to be careful and maybe wait until they solve that issue, solve the imbalance again, because it's all about going back and forth, because you're in a higher time frame wick. We're in a daily wick. And the daily wick has even more significance than a 4 hour wick or a 15-minute wick, for example, right? So, so the moment I see that, I'm already like, okay, I have to be careful here. I have to be aware of what higher time frame where we're at. And that's how you identify low probability areas. And like, I'm gonna call you 007. You said like it's very, we are going to go up, but I also think like the area where we're going into, because technically if you look at the higher time frame market maker buy model, we already went back into original consolidation. Sort of like once you're in the top area of a market maker, so a model always starts from original consolidation, right? So we can safely say that this area, so well, let's use the end walk just as a reference, because that's the easiest thing to because the body starts here, right? The moment you get in back into original consolidation, you're already in the area like, okay, the market maker is done, the model is done, but are we going to extend or not, or are we going to reverse from here? So it's always a treacherous area. You always have to be aware once you're at the finalization. The easy move is done until you get into original consolidation. So on the daily, we already here. Now I'm looking at this devil's mark and the wick because that is one of my favorite PD arrays. The rejection block. What is your puppy? What's up? So are you warning me? Do I need to take care? Do I need to take my gun? Do I need to take my sword? It's a gardener. Um, so this area is always like, okay, are we at the end or are we going to extend? And it just tells you to be careful here, because the moment you get into original consolidation, especially on the higher time frame, and well, I mean, look at the 4 hour. I mean, it doesn't. You don't. If you want to trade this, be my guest. But it's awful. This is 4 hour. This is 4 hour BS. 4 hour babies. 15-minute babies we can handle. 4 hour babies. Yeah, so 3 o'clock, market opens. So we are, everything that has been created here, like I said, it's leaving all these gaps, all these openings to be mitigated again. So just gonna watch for now. See, I like the retracement. I want to see. It would be nice to have some retracement. See how far we can go. We're gonna go lower. Here we got a nice gap here. 223 maybe even to 0.5. That's a nice gap. I like this area as well. 214. We left a lot of gaps and a lot of little things here, so. We're not really in the middle. I mean, but let's see if we get a good retracement. And from a retracement, I might take a long. If we get a proper retracement, that will be nice. And, see, now a lot of people always wonder why we're only 5 points or 6.5 points away from there. Why didn't I go there? I was targeting that. I know a lot of people. I was one of them. But this is why. When you have a higher time frame wick, they always stop right in front of it. Okay, midnight. Let's see. Uh, 5:03. What time is it? 11. Okay. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I noticed here is, oh, we already took that. Yeah, you see this? I didn't even see that. We had a beautiful equal. So during the macro 152, we created this low, and then at 224, did we take it out? Yeah, just one, and then another one here. Okay, I didn't see. But it didn't go through that zero point 0.5 line here, and it did it here, and it retested midnight. So I wonder if we're going to go back up now. Um, but it's just, you can see what it's just consolidating. It's just so low probability. Um, yeah, I think it's going to go back up now again. But is this to the daily open? 307, 308. We do have 8:13 news today. Yeah, company man call. At some point, you get very comfortable with waiting. I'm getting better at it as well. I mean, I'm patience was my, I say was is my biggest thing, but actually, it's not anymore. I guess because you know what? Because if you're just waiting, and especially in London, I mean, I have to be honest that in London, I don't mind the waiting so much because I'm like, okay, you know what? The levels you can use them in New York a lot of the times, right? Because if you have like equal lows or it doesn't take out a specific level, you know they do that to do that, you know, in a manipulation move when they open. So, but in when I'm in New York, I find it a little bit more difficult sometimes. But in London, I love to wait because I'm okay, you know, it just gives you a lot of intel, right? And we do have 8:13 news as well, so that's nice. We like that. And now we're just making 4-hour babies. These are the worst. Um, how does it look on the 1 hour? I'm just looking at the, oh shit. I love the 9 minute. It's one of my favorite charts. And I look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour doesn't look so bad, right? The 1 hour just goes go back and forth. This thing, 4 hour looks ugly. Yeah. 310. Actually, you see, it's also it's funny to see, right? You see, this wick is higher than this wick, and we created exactly the same situation here. This wick is higher than this wick. Um, obviously, this one is the 4 hour. Here is the same, so you see it here as well. Makes sense, right? Yeah, and it's also more fun to wait together, I guess, when you're on stream, right? We should have some, maybe do some entertainment in the meantime when we are waiting. Um, okay, I'm gonna go to the 1 minute. I want to see how candles are printing. I don't trust this inversion at all. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. What will be the first presented fair value gap in London? This one here. Pre-17. Hey, what do you? Oh my god, you scared me. Cats can have nightmare too. I just have to watch my phone because we've got people for the roof. When we had so much rain, I had a leaking roof in the lounge area. Um, Besides the trees and the branches that needed to be, we also need to change the whole roof in an area of the house. So the owner of the house is coming with the roof people. So I'm sort of like not waiting. I'm not happy. I mean, it's going to be a lot of noise at some point, but we'll see. I hope they're done. Why is this the first fair value gap? There were other fair value gaps also. It's the first one after New London Open, the first significant one. So why is this a low? Hard to trade because you go through it. Normally you want a retest of either, I like retest of time. That could be either 3 o'clock or a fair value gap or an inversion or a breaker, but we haven't got any of that. So it's just, it might go to the daily open, but it's 19. It's all, it's sort of out of sync a little bit. So for me, it's just low probability. It might take out the daily opens after 320-ish. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. I would love to see a retest of this area, and might not come to in this London session, but you'll see they will use this area later today. If we don't get a proper retest of significant levels, then later today they will use those levels. I also like. Let's see. Hey Moshe, how are you doing? Oh, so many people waiting for the daily open to be tagged in. So many people. But ain't the time. Ain't the time. We're all good, right? Without taking a trade. We don't really mind. Um, you know what I think? I think that level that I'm looking for, that 350, is going to happen at 6 o'clock or somewhere in pre-market. I think they're just going to hold it here for a long time. I think around, just somewhere in pre-market around that time, 6, 7-ish. Just in a time that nobody really is paying attention to, or most people are not paying attention to yet. We almost did it yesterday as well around that time, but it just did not do it yet. So I'm wondering if they're going to do it today. Mark my words, it's pre-market. It's not going to be London. I don't think we're going to have that trade. Maybe we do, but I will be surprised. So that level that I'm aiming for. So we might go a leg higher in London. This just above this one. I wonder if we're going to get that push. So are we going to get a London low at 330? I'm just wondering if that's going to happen. Are we going to get a London low? So we're going to get, just trying to figure out what they're going, because we do have a level here. If we are going to make a London low, I might take it long and let it ride. Just a paper. I'm just going to paper trade it, guys. But I wonder. Yeah, I think I want to have a London low. Yes, thank you. I know we give us a London low, and then so he's going to disrespect the first presented now. Is that what you're going to do? And then make a London low, and then go back up. 6 o'clock. It's 3:30. 324. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you. 0.5. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if that's a scenario that could play out. I'm going to go back to my 9 minutes. Hold on. Three, 309. I don't think it should go lower anymore, but can we go lower? 325. Oh, this is London high, 318. Oh, I see now on the 9 minute we have a similar situation as on the daily, right? This little, well, this is not a devil's mark. This is just a rejection block. But we didn't even go in there. Okay, I want to see that. Yes, I want to see it disrespect this and make a London low, and then go up from London low somewhere. I would like to see that. Just disrespect this first percentage. Okay, I think we're going to get that scenario. Moshe, I think we're going to go higher, but I don't think, I don't know. I mean, it's, people are not looking at the wicks. I am watching, I don't think we're going to get all-time highs today. Well, maybe we do. We do have news though, but, I wanted us already to be in those. If you look at the daily, there's a lot of wicks, right? I would say if we would have gone into those wicks already now, above 350, then I would say, yeah, maybe, but we first need to go into those wicks, and those wicks takes time to work through. So, but well, we have all day, so it could be, it could be, but I would rather have than London already, done the pre-work, so to say, and then, we have a retracement, then we go back up, and then it's already done, and then we can go straight up. But now we're not even going above 280. We're not even taking the daily open yet. So I'm just wondering, ES already done? Oh, is it? Is it? Oh, okay. I haven't even, thank you for pointing that out. Oh, ES didn't take out the high. Oh, it did. Wednesday. Thank you for pointing that out, Moshe. But then we have SMT. I didn't even see that. Oh, that's an interesting poll. Thank you, Moshe, for pointing that out. I didn't even see that. Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna make a poll now. I did not notice that. Okay, question is, will NQ take daily high? Will new all-time high? Will NQ hit new? So then the SMT will not be valid, or are we having daily SMT? That's the question. Will NQ hit new or new? Great all-time high. So follows. Thank you, Moshe, for pointing that out, because I really did not. So follows ES or not. Will NQ break all-time high, so follow ES? Yes or no? Interesting poll. Okay, there you go, guys. I'm curious what you guys think. So, well, the SMT is there now, but is it going to hold, right? That's the question. Well, NQ, so now I want to point out the difference between NQ and ES. Oh, I'm going to have to close the door. Let me close the door, guys. Okay, interesting. Thank you. I didn't see that. That's quite a bit of a difference of a chart, right? Curious what you guys think. 60% thinks yes. and Q will break. No, I don't think. I think we are going to reject in these weeks. I don't think today. I think we need time. I think NQ needs more time. So it was today, right? The question is today. Um, yeah. So we are here now. This week is already done. It's 500. It's 250 points. Oh look, we finally mitigated. We had a retest here of the London. Uh, it's so weird that we cannot go in. We're not even going into this area here. We're still below it, and ES is already at its all-time high. I mean, and Q seems a little bit weak today. So, and we have a the weekly profile. We have a Wednesday high, and I'm just thinking about the weekly profile. Most of the times when you have a weekly high on Wednesday, we tend to go into the range again on Thursday, and then either we go back up or we just continue to the downside. But obviously we can just expand. Um, but we already went here. Well, it could be 350. We're going back. Then we're going here, here. We already. I mean, I'm a little bit conflicted to say yeah, but I would say no for today. But I could be wrong. We already went into it here. Go back. Go back. So we are doing the work. I mean, yes, we are. But this doesn't have to be today. Um, that's an interesting one to watch. We did go in that weekly wick here. Going back. That was yesterday, forming the Wednesday high already. We have a wick here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Thank you for pointing that out, Moshe, because I really had no idea. Interesting. Interesting. 60% yes, 40% no. Is that 9 minute doesn't have bottom wick? Does that mean anything? Is that 9 minute doesn't have bottom wick? It's very, yeah, well, the 9 minute has less significance than the 4 hour, obviously, but they still have significance. Let me see, where are you? You mean you're looking at this one here? Oh, hold on. Where are you looking at the 9 minutes? But Papacito, when you see that, you go on the higher time frame and see if you can see it on the higher time frame too. Because the higher the time frame, the more significance, and especially the 4 hour, you want to mark. You always mark the 4 hour. 4 hour and higher are obviously okay. I want to see this respect of this. I want to see a 4 hour. I want to see a London low. Come on. If we do get a London low, I might be more inclined to think that we might break the high. If that makes sense. If we make a London low, does that make sense, right? I would love to see that. Let's see if we can break the London low. So the value gap here. Maybe go into here, maybe even here, and then yeah. So I'm short. I think I might be short bias for the last macro. I wanna be short bias. Um, yeah. Okay, I like to see that. Come on. And now it's covering candle before. Oh, I see what you mean. I see this one here, and exactly at 3 o'clock. Yeah, you should study it. When does it cover it fully, and when does it wick into it and go? And when is it being used as a rejection block? Like you see one here as well, right? There's one here, 1 minute, but it's 1 minute. So, but they still could have significant. We have one here as well. Okay, I like this scenario. I like it. London low in the making. Yes, let's make a London low. Come on. Moshe, I just like because sometimes in the 1 minute I don't have enough information and I already look at the 4 hour and the higher time frame, but the 3 minute, it depends on the market. It's something I can only advise to just experiment with, because if I look at certain markets, I'm like, okay, what's happening today? I see a lot of openings and gaps, and so, or when we are in consolidation, I tend to go to the 3 and to the 9 minute because it just gives me more clarity. And I noticed that in my trading, a lot of the times when the markets are very challenging and I go to the 3 minute, I see the gaps that I need, and they are most likely the gaps but that's something that I noticed. And then I'm like, okay, in the 3 minutes, I see gaps that are of significance. So I started using the 3 minute, and then I was like, oh, it's still a little bit, too much compact. I want more day. I just want more over a longer period of time. So I started using the 9 minute, and I just love that chart. It gives me so much clarity. For me, it just gives me a lot of clarity if I look at I just want an overview and not go to the 15 yet, or um, I can clearly see a market maker buy model, sell side, and we're in the buy. We're going to go in the buy side of the curve, but are we going to get a retracement a little bit lower? Could be, or are we rejecting here? It doesn't look like we're rejecting, right? So you can see here, we wicked here, we wicked here, we wicked into midnight. There's an imbalance here, but we've got a wick here. This imbalance has been wicked through as well. Does it need to go low? Are we going to get a wick low, or are we not going to go lower? So I don't expect a body anymore going lower, but maybe a wick, but I don't think we're getting there now because it's 340. Well, maybe in the next macro, we'll see. I love the 9 minute. It gives me a lot of information. It amplifies the 3 minute, if that makes sense. And if I would take a long now, I would almost take it up to here because I see very clear. This was one that I used yesterday, the London fair value gap. We still haven't tested it, so. $341. It doesn't look like we're going to go lower, right? But we could reject in the daily open as well, and then go lower. I see a potential rejection block here. So I'm not interested in a trade of just 20 points. But it's because we're being taught to use the 1, 3, 5, 4 hour. It's you have to experiment with the other time frames as well. It can be very useful. I also have the 12 hours. Sometimes I look at 66 minute, 90 minutes. I use the 90 minutes a lot on another screen. The 100-minute, the 10 and the 100 are, I look at them, but they don't have, I know a lot of people use them, but they don't have the appeal to me like the 9 minute and the 3 minutes. So nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. It's just as valuable. but it depends on how you, if you use the 5 minute a lot, it makes sense to use the 10. I do use the 5, but I would rather, for me, the 3 and the 9. The 6 minute, I skip it then I would rather go to the 9. So, but if you want to use the 5, it makes more sense you use the 10, right? And if you use the 3, it makes more sense you use the 6 or the 9. And the 15 minutes still makes sense because if you use the 3 minute, it's still 5 times 3 minutes. So for me, I love the 15 minute as well. And hourly wise, the 3 hour makes sense to me as well, because if I use the 90 minute, 3 times 90 is 180, which is 3 hours, right? So I look at the 3 hours a lot as well. But it just depends. Also, what I'm looking at, for example, is, okay, are we consolidating? Okay, what have we done on the left, right? Because if you see on the left, a lot of the times, especially when you have a fair value gap here, you see we're consolidating exactly in this one again, right? So if you mark this one, you see here what's happening. So for me, that gives the clarity. Like, I understand what's happening now. I'm not expecting too much because we are accumulating within a range which is to be expected. You know, you see it happen here again. You see it here. If that makes sense, right? Okay, let's see. Let's have a look at the last macro, and then what time is it? I have to be 10:45. I'll have a look at the last macro, and then I have to get ready for the builders. Unfortunately, I hate that builders and stuff because they're always very noisy, and it's just I just hope it's over and done with very fast. Oh, I still have my coffee. Oh my god, my coffee is cold now. So especially when you are looking at market maker buy and sell models, you want to look to the left or to the other side to see what's happened. And a lot of the times, also when there's a breaker formed or other things, and especially when there is consolidation, um, it mimics the other side, right? Or it's always near the same area. So that's the reason why I look at the 9 minute, just to get an overview where we are at. But I clearly see we're on the buy side of the curve, right? So we're most likely going to expand. If we're not going to retrace anymore, we're going to expand to most likely this level here somewhere, because we also have a nice little gap here. Yeah. So maybe the next macro, the 350 to 410 macro, might give us the nice move. I'm going to go back to the 1 minute because I want to see how price is printing. I still don't trust it too much. See how beautifully it's printing? Like, you can see all these. I wonder if we're going to make another low though. We still have this one here, this flat bottom. I wonder if we're going to make one more lower low before we head up. This is just too beautiful. Okay. What do you guys think? I don't see a proper breaker structure here. Because if this is the London high, the question is, will we take it out now? Recreate the high or the low? We might be just consolidating, guys. It could be reality. Can we handle that? Can we handle that? Okay, 62% say yes and 38% say no. Let's see. I would love to see it break through this area for now. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can get here, or is it? Did you just give this a wick? Yes, you did. Is it enough, or are you gonna go lower here? You've got another one here, baby. Oh, I actually have to make this one. I see I made a mistake here. Is this a gap? No, it's not. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's what I want to see. Um, now go through it. I'm watching this one here, this week, and this. Let's see if we can blast through this one, and I would love it to see go here. 16. 216. Yeah, I would love it to see. And then we have a new London low. Let's go. Let's go here. 216. Another 20 points. Come on, you can do it. So why am I not interested in trading this? I'm just more interested in a long, I guess. Okay, come on. 51. Let's go a little bit lower. I want to see this area tagged here, this around this area. What's ES doing? Oh, look how ES is beautifully making equal highs here. So ES is going to retrace as well. Okay, that's nice. I like that. Oh, beautiful. Zero 0.5. That's beautiful. This is going to be nice. This is for people that want to go have a trade. I mean, 352. I'm going to take a paper trade here. Oh shit, I'm too late. Well, anyway, this should have been the entry here. Retest actually here already. Still want 2R trade. Should be 2R. It's gonna fall. Even lower. Mm, 219. There we go. I wonder if we're going to go lower than this. We'll see. 57. Just give us a bit of a... My entry is too late. I mean, I'm not really interested in trading, guys, but I just want to get in because it's a paper trade. 349. I just want to have a London low. Come on, give us a London low. I want to see it go lower than this. Oh, it's going to stop me. Are you kidding me? Okay, see, that's around this price section. That's why I'm not getting in my money. Makes sense that it goes back because it did not really... Oh, I'm just being lucky. Come on, I want you to make a London though. I'll get back in if it goes there. Yes. To 18. Okay, stopped up. Stopped out. Well, normally what I do, I want to get in the manipulation move of the 1 hour candle, and I didn't do that today. But let me see if we can get a better entry because we don't have really a it's not really true distribution. But normally what I want to do when it's this is 3 o'clock, I want to get, if I'm short biased, I want to get into this wick to go down, but there should be an entry here. I just want to see if it makes sense. It's hard to read, to be honest. See, we have a doji now. We are above the opening price of 2 o'clock. Or 10 o'clock, sorry, I'm sorry. I don't like that for a short. So you see how low probability it is, right? So you have your first presented. We go through it so that everybody thinks short. And what happens? It goes straight back into it. So that's why I don't put my money. I'm just paper trading now. Let's see. I'm paper trading sell. So what I'm using now, for example, if I would get in here, I wouldn't do this with my live account. Because we have this for, oh, I'm already seeing something that I don't like. I'm just thinking, are we going to get a London low? I just thinking we have to 217 TP 217. I'm looking at 0.5 of the level, and then I'm just using time. I don't want price to go over the 3 o'clock open price. So this is a 2R trade. Now I'm just using time. If price goes above the 3 o'clock open price, it invalidates my short, right? Because you don't want to, if you have an open candle, open, high, low, close, when you get near the open price of a candle, it just, so then now I'm just using time. We're in a bearish fair value gap. I've got my TP at 0.5, but it looks very bullish. But let's see. It's very, I just want a London low. Come on, give me a London low. See, if it goes back up again, it disrespects everything back and forth, back and forth. So it means it's low probability, right? You don't want to. I'm always happy to do that with my paper trading. Okay, it didn't work out. I didn't lose anything. Journal it. Journal the times. It didn't give me my London low. We still have one more minute. I guess this was the London low. This was the London high. See, it's over this one already. So this is already low probability anyway. It's low probability. Okay, stopped out. Now, interesting is there a body going over the 3 o'clock price? It could be just a wick, and then it could still go down, right? So then that logic didn't work very well, what I used, right? Because the manipulation, for me, the retest of time is just as valid as, oh, you saw that? But I was looking at this little gap here. I thought, okay, if the manipulation should not go higher than this, I thought, then this one will not be used. But now it also used the time as just wicks. So company Mencarb, this is not really how I normally, this is not my bread and butter setup. But technically, the 3 o'clock open is very important to me in the sense of, as long as we are below it, it still validates the short, as long as there's no body above it. But as you can see, even though I used the time, I still got stopped out by a wick. And now we're getting a body through it anyway, so I will be stopped out anyway. The logic doesn't, it just, and we engulf everything here as well here, but it's low probability, guys. Just be careful. We did create another low. We did create another low, but not a London low. So this now is a nice setup. Maybe it should take out, right? Now it's 4 o'clock. Most of you don't want your London high or low actually to be before 4 o'clock, between 2:30 and 4 o'clock. So yeah. I'm interested in this area still, a little bit above, because I said daily. I'm gonna show it again, my favorite area. This is my area, interest 250s. Maybe around 6 o'clock. I'm gonna keep an eye. If I'm here, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. See, I don't like it anymore because now it's 4 o'clock already, and I wonder if we're gonna take out the daily high in this macro. It's already 4. It's indecisive. We created London low at 303. And we created a high at 319. So low probability, low probability. Let's just watch until the end of the macro. I'm just curious to see, but I don't expect too much anymore. Okay, are you gonna take the daily open or not? Do something, NQ, come on. We're in the wicks again. Oh guys, I can't wait till we have some easier or just smoother price action to watch. I think it's okay to watch, but not more than 2 hours. Then it sort of like starts to hurt your brain a little bit. For par, 6 more minutes. Is it going to give us the high maybe? Here, 282. Could be. Half a minute. Oh, ligt je zo lekker, Poppy? Oh, ligt je zo lekker? My little munchkin. Half a minute. 5 more minutes. Well, it's not much time for just 30 points, right? Even less. Come on. Took a short trade, but BE, yes, only 0.3. Yeah, okay, well, good, it's BE. It's very low probability soul shift. So, it's good to have good risk management. You know, it's already here that you could see, right? We go through this first presented, then we go back up. We're just in a consolidation areas going back and forth and not really. We are in a macro though, so there is a possibility that we're going to take out this daily open in this macro. If not, if it doesn't do it before 10 past 4 or 4:15, you know, just forget about it. And I'm just going to manipulate more and just, you know, just take people out a lot. But I'm thinking about 6 o'clock, about the time between 6 and 7-ish. Maybe if we get that spike up at some point, if we're not going to get anything now, and especially now with ES already also. How is ES doing? I see ES is also consolidating, right? Oh, and also 3 and 4 o'clock are so close to each other. I don't like that a lot. Here they seem to be a little bit further away, but still too close as well. Preferably you want a little bit more room, space between them. Hey, Mr. Chaos Factor, how are you doing? Seven. Let's see. Come on. You know, you can see a nice structure here, right? You can see a potential breaker here being activated. Once this is activated, we might have a nice run. It is a nice structure we have, but we didn't take out. You have to be careful always when you see a structure like this, because we didn't take out a low here. You see, it is a bullish structure. You have a low, lower high, and a lower low. But did we take out liquidity? Yes, we took this one, but we didn't take out a low. So the best scenarios are the ones that you take out a low here, and then you create a breaker. So when you have a structure like this, you always have to be a little bit more aware, like, okay, you know, it is the bullish structure, and you have like a high, a lower high, a lower high. So yes, and we have a daily open waiting here, but it's still also, you have to be a little bit more, you know, if the macro ends at some point and it doesn't do it, just, you know, take it where it is and just leave it and just don't wait. Because I did that a lot, and then every time I'm like, why didn't it go there? And I'm like, okay, well, see, you want those trades, you know, you see a breaker, it activates the breaker, you have one retest, and boom, it goes. It's done in max 3 to 5 minutes. That's the trades, the breaker retest trades you want, right? Now we haven't even activated it. It's 9 past. Let me mark it. Low probability, low probability. And if it goes, it goes. You know, it just runs. But it could easily also fill you the other side. So if you think you missed it, yeah, you might be lucky today, but next time you'll be unlucky. Okay, it's 10 past. Oh, good. Hope you're doing well. Also, yes, doing great. Price action is not so great. It's just, you know, but we're learning, and we just tape reading, not putting any money on the line. So the macro is technically done, the 10 to, but then again, you can extend them sometimes, right, to quarter 2 to quarter after. But we'll wait. So what did we do in the macro here? We passed and we consolidate. Okay, then you can extend them. 358, 357. Three, 4, 8. Well, 10, 11. Okay, let's give it another minute. 3 minutes. You see what happened here? 3, 4, 8, and we were here at 4, 8 past. 3, 4, 8. 8 past. Those are interesting things always, guys. We start moving down, and we were here at 8 past. Half a minute. I just want to see if it takes out the daily open. I just wonder if it's going to do that in a couple of minutes. But okay, so guys, you see how low probability it is, right? Even though there's a breaker here, you have a low, but it did take out this liquidity, but it didn't take out a low. So we're just literally still hanging in a range, and it just doesn't. It just goes back and forth, and at some point it might do it, but you have to sit through a lot of. You don't know if it might go back into here and then go back up, because thankfully we're out of a macro. It might wait for another macro. So this is a trade you want to have be done in 3 minutes, especially if it's between 10 and 40 points. I don't even enter if it's not, I think it's going to be longer than 5 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you guys. Any questions? I'm going to watch it. If I have time, I'm going to watch it because I'm still interested in at 6 o'clock. I'm wondering if, because yesterday it was also around 6 o'clock, I thought that move might come. But I wonder if that move to 350-ish, again, if that's going to happen in pre-market. Everything happens in weird times now. This area, just above, that's that devil's mark I'm looking for. So, the volatility in gold is crazy. I was in a short, but got taken. Yeah. Hey, listen, I want to trade gold, but I'm just every time I'm like, oh, the gold, the large move is in either in pre-market or I'm not watching it because I'm watching NQ. But I know gold is awesome at the moment, but you have to be there at the right time, right? But anyway, guys, no questions. You know where to find me in the Discord. I'll see you guys later today. Hope you're all doing well. Don't just be careful, guys. Just be careful. It's okay not to trade. Easier times will come. So, are you gonna do it now? It looks so like, oh my god, it's so ready to take that high, right? Or to take the daily open. It's so, you know, here you got one attempt. Here, this is the first, second, third, and it's just literally how many points? Just 2 points away. It's just 2 points. So, but hey, don't be fooled. Everything is going to be manipulative, and people are just going to be. A lot of people are going to be liquidity today, so be careful. Hey, I think, yeah, company man call. It's more like, you know, on days like this, and maybe until next week after NFP week, it's more like, oh, not being no losing days. That's more important. For the profitability will come. I mean, it's just a matter of time and just understanding when not to trade, right? Okay, guys, I'll see you later. I need to get ready for the builders, and I'll chat to you soon. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and better days will come. Ciao, ciao.